it was exciting, and there was like a buzz in the building, and
That's awesome.
people that we hadn't even expected to come down saw what was happening and wanted to be a part of it.
Montgomery County 911, what's the address of the emergency?
Welcome to another episode of Voices of Service. Today we have a very special guest from our recruitment section, Officer Melissa Coligan. Melissa, thank you for being here with us today.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So part of the recruitment process, so can you kind of walk myself through and our community through how does the recruitment process work here with our department?
Okay, so basically the first thing that we do is try and get the word out that that we're hiring.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a team of 3 officers and a sergeant in our unit, and we spend a lot of time going out face to face. We spend a lot of time at colleges and universities, meeting with students, potential future applicants, and telling them about our department, some of the awesome benefits that we have here in Montgomery County. And I love explaining to people that this is a career. It's not a job. It is a career, a long-term career where you are serving the community, and there's so much joy in doing that. It's so fulfilling.
And serving, absolutely. I think one of the amazing things about the department is that you're serving, you're an officer, but you have endless opportunities of what you want to do as an officer.
Absolutely.
Right? You're working in recruitment, I'm working in our media section. You can go and be on the SWAT team, be an investigator. It's endless of what you can do. Computer forensic type, it's just absolutely endless.
It is, and when you're talking to kids in college and they're trying to figure out what they want to be when they grow up, I love explaining that to them, because you're not deciding to do one thing for the rest of your life. It's like multiple careers all wrapped into one, because you can reinvent yourself every few years with a different assignment. Or maybe you come on and you find that you love working patrol and you stay there for the rest of your career. Maybe your niche is in investigations. You become a detective and you're like, I don't need to put in for anything else because I love what I'm doing. But we spend a lot of time working in our life, and to love and enjoy what you're doing is huge.
Absolutely. We spoke on the podcast not long ago kind of about our department as a whole, and I had said I absolutely love our officers in this department. And I think you saying that we spend a lot of time working, we do, and it's amazing to be able to work with people you actually enjoy to be around.
Exactly.
And that's part of your recruitment selection, so thank you. You're finding great people.
Yeah, it's a great department, and I do really feel like I belong to part of a family here. I feel very well taken care of. When I talk to other officers at other departments, I don't generally get that feeling that they feel part of the mission and the family, more so a number. And I love that our leadership takes the time to recognize each individual officer and how we're all part of a greater mission here in Montgomery County.
Absolutely. Now, how long have you been on the department?
Coming up on my 23rd year.
And how have you seen the department change during that time?
So, of course, I've seen a lot of changes in our technology, but I want to say that we've remained the same in a lot of respects, in that we've been doing things since I came on that many departments just started doing a couple of years ago. We had such a great foundation that we started with that a lot of change wasn't necessary in terms of, training and, how we run as a department. I know that nationally, a lot of mandates have come down, and I feel like we were doing most of them already. If I look back at my career, I don't see a tremendous amount of change, just a lot of great persistence in what we had been doing.
Awesome. And so I do know that we are now bringing on Epic Recruitment, correct? Is that what Epic Recruitment, that is what it's called, correct?
Right, yes.
Okay, and can you tell me a little bit about that? Maybe why that decision was made to bring them in?
So I attended a recruitment seminar, and they had a table set up there. They gave a short presentation about how they were promoting police agencies. And I thought, wow, that looks really cool. And I love that they're showcasing some of the great aspects of these departments and making it really look very, exciting and appealing. We had another part of our team go out to that same type of conference somewhere else, saw another presentation. They got kind of excited about it. So we started looking into, bringing an outside company on board to kind of promote our brand. We do a really great job getting out there and one-on-one personally talking to people about coming on board. But in terms of casting a bigger net and really getting the word out there on social media and having a fantastic website for our applicants to come check out more about who we are was, we thought it was time for that.
Awesome. So if I can reiterate what you're saying, so basically Epic Recruitment is really casting that wide net. So we're still going to be out there doing that one-to-one FaceTime talking
Absolutely.
As officers, but they're just going to be helping us in that more broad environment.
Yes.
So I know that they've been here already, Epic Recruitment. We had an opportunity to speak with Sam, who seems to be, I think it's actually his company. And that was amazing to be able to sit down and kind of hear just what their thoughts as to what they were going to do, how they could help our department. But tell me a little bit about your time with them while they were here. So I know they've been here twice already, right? And they're going to come back a third time. So tell me about the first time that they were here.
So they came out as kind of do an exploratory, meeting with us, find out, what our department is all about. It would be hard for them to, put together a new campaign and promote us without knowing what makes us tick and who we are, what we've been doing in the past, why we stand out from other agencies, and they took all of that information. And then came out for second phase, which is where they actually started meeting with some of the great people on our department. We set up hundreds of officers, or maybe not quite 100, to come in and get their photos taken. We had them come in and do interviews, and it was a really great way for Sam to get to know the people behind the badge.
Absolutely.
All different types of officers and members of our department, from working the road, detectives, special units. So it was really fun to watch them set up here and have all of my coworkers come in and get their makeup touched up professionally, get their photographs taken, watch the interviews take place, and it was exciting. And there was like a buzz in the building, and
That's awesome.
People that we hadn't even expected to come down saw what was happening and wanted to be a part of it. So they have a lot to work from that day in terms of photographs and videos. And when they come back for the third time, I think that'll be some of the more really exciting stuff. So they'll get to go out on the road. They'll be out in the community. They'll be highlighting some of the areas of Montgomery County. We were talking before we started today on how Maryland is it's a little bit of all 50 states rolled up into one. And Montgomery County specifically has, so much to offer. We've got the mountains, beautiful farmland, major metropolitan areas. So when they come out and they're actually out on scene, they'll get to highlight some of those areas, get to highlight some of the many jobs that we do on the department. And I think that'll be exciting.
It'll be amazing for them to be able to go out with officers, with investigators, and see what exactly it is to do, or what it's like to do that job, right? And then those people who are interested in becoming an officer can really get a behind the scenes view of what a day could look like for them, right? If they chose to go into those different units. Fantastic. And a little bit for our community, what does this mean? Why, I guess, we are bringing in Epic Recruitment. We know that nationally our numbers are down as officers, right? And so we are really hoping to get those efforts out there to recruit more officers. What can our community expect to see?
So I think people have, a preconceived notion of what we do as police officers, and they see the uniform and they see the police cars. They don't understand fully all that goes into a career in law enforcement. So I'm hoping that this will really highlight all of the different ways in which you can serve and how rewarding it is to serve.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. And thank you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned, because following this, we're going to have a short excerpt from my interview with Sam from Epic Recruitment. Thank you so much for being here with us today. So Sam, tell me a little bit about Epic Recruitment, because I know that when I found out about it, I thought that our AC was saying this is going to be like an epic recruiting movement that we're doing. But it's actually the name of your company, correct?
Yes, and we hope that what we do is epic. That's always our goal.
Absolutely.
But yeah, Epic Recruiting, we are a firm that's been around for 20 years almost. We're just about to hit our 20-year anniversary in September. And we basically crisscross this country working with amazing agencies like yourself and helping them tell their story. We realized early on that these agencies, they have filled with such great people and such great messages, and what an amazing career and opportunity for people to get into, but telling their story can sometimes be a challenge.
Absolutely.
So that's what we do. We come in and we help agencies develop a brand.
I was just going to say, it's like brand building.
It really is. We basically, a million years ago, we got our start in the private sector, Alex and myself, who started the company, and basically we were taking all those best practices of building a brand and telling a narrative and good marketing practices, and just applying that to law enforcement. And we've had a lot of success with it.
So do you only have law enforcement, I guess, clients at this point?
Yeah, right now it's about 99% of our workload is law enforcement.
Fantastic.
And it's been a nice transition, because not that there's anything wrong with selling cars or washing machines or whatever.
Right.
But this is such a rewarding field, and working for agencies like you and yourself, it's just been awesome. And just that every day, kind of like why you guys love the job. Every day is different, and you never know what you're going to walk into. And that's what I love about working with law enforcement. You guys are just such great storytellers, and I love sharing that message.
Thank you. I'm really glad that you're here with us. Now I have to ask, I don't know if I'm really allowed to say, but your guys' next step is somewhere that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
Can I say where you guys are going?
Go ahead.
You guys are going to Hawaii. You're Hawaii. Okay.
Yeah, the next few weeks, I think we're in Portland, Maine, Port St. Lucie, Florida. We're going to Hawaii. We're going to Wisconsin. I don't know. We're all over the place.
I'm hoping that you're going to say maybe we should take the podcast on the road with
Can you guys document the next 2 months with us?
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime.
Awesome. Now let me just ask, what has been just one of your biggest challenges in working with different departments?
Boy, that's a great question. Biggest challenge. How can I answer that? I think one of the biggest challenges is there's only so much time. Right, and you can only pack so much into a website. You can only tell so many stories on videos, on YouTube, and all the different platforms. Finding those great stories, it's kind of like a needle in a haystack, right?
Yeah.
There's so many amazing stories. There's so many great profiles. There's so many unique specialties within this career field. I think the biggest challenge is boiling all that down to a really concentrated, well-delivered message, right? And that's a challenge for everybody, for every agency we work with. I think a lot of people think that our challenge would be, well, how do you make this department look different than that department? They're all kind of similar.
Yeah.
But you guys are all very unique. And it always amazes me when I walk into an agency and I look around the room and I can tell in 2 minutes exactly what this agency is about. And it's just awesome. You guys are all so unique and so special in your own way. So.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I think we had the opportunity to speak yesterday, and I told you how much I love the officers who serve here. So
Yep.
I'm glad that you guys were able to see how just amazing everybody is who is here. So
Yeah, after we just did 2 days of interviews, and I kept shaking my head saying, well, that was probably the best interview we've done in a while. And then the next one, well, that was the best interview we've done in a while. So you guys have really, really special people here, and I know it's going to be a great product because of it.
Well, fantastic. Well, again, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Yeah.
And well, I guess for the past couple days. And you are coming back in July or August, is that correct?
Yeah, so multiple trips. So yeah, we'll be back again to film over 3 consecutive days. I believe it's in July. And that'll be really fun. It'll be an even larger crew. So we'll have all kinds of more Hollywood toys, really cool stuff, steady cams and drones and all the cool stuff. And we'll run around the county and get some beautiful footage.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. Again, thanks for being here with us, and we will see you in July.
Awesome. Thank you.
Of course.